Hey guys! By the end of the video, we are going to make a full 2D game from scratch. You can grab all the assets and code from the GitHub, link in the description. So, let's get started. In this video, we're going to make balloons fall infinitely. First, we need to create a balloon. Add a new node called Area 2D. Rename it to Balloon. Add a sprite 2D as a child node, then drag and drop your balloon image into the texture slot. You can scale down your balloon. Here, I am setting it to 0.3. Now, save your scene. Now, we are going to apply movement to our balloon. To do that, create a script. We set a speed variable to 300. In the process function, we update the y-axis by adding speed times delta so that it moves down. We multiply by delta to ensure smooth movement regardless of frame rate drops. Now, if you run the scene, you can see your balloon fall. Okay, now we need to set a background and write a small code to make the balloon spawn from the top of the screen. To do that, create a new scene. Add a node 2D and rename it to Game. Add a child node sprite 2D, then drag and drop your background image. Adjust the size of your background image to fit the screen. Now, save your scene and create a script. We need to make a balloon appear after a certain amount of time. Add a timer node as a child and set the wait time to 0.5 seconds. Then, check the auto start box. Go to the Node tab, Signals, and connect the timeout signal to your script. This creates a new function that will be called every 0.5 seconds. First, hold Ctrl and drag your balloon scene file into the script to create a variable. Inside the function, we instantiate a new balloon. We need to set a random X position ranging from 0 to our screen width. Okay, now we update the position using the new X value. The Y value is set to -100 so that the balloon starts falling from slightly above the screen. Finally, add this new balloon as a child node. Now, if you run the scene, you can see balloons falling infinitely. We're going to make this gun, which can rotate only 180 degrees. Create a new scene. Add a character body 2D node. Rename to Gun. Add a sprite 2D node. Drag and drop the gun image to texture. Save the scene. Create a script. Remove all the code, which is present by default. You need to make the gun point to cursor. So for that, use loop function and pass mouse position as a parameter. So now we need to clamp the rotation degree since we don't want a full rotation. Now we need to flip the gun when it is facing the left side. Drag the gun and position it to center. You can scale down the size to 0.5. Open the game scene, drag, and drop the gun scene into the game scene. Set the position of the gun. Next step is to make bullet fire from the gun. Create a new scene. Add a character body 2D node. Rename it to Bullet. Add a sprite 2D child. Now drag and drop your bullet image to the texture. Scale down the size to 0.03. Now add another collision shape 2D as a child node. Select rectangle shape. Now adjust the size of collision shape. After that, save your scene. Create a new script. Inside, you can remove all the lines of code which is present before. This line of code makes the bullet to go in the direction which it is currently facing. You can adjust speed as your wish. Now, if you run the scene, you can see the bullet going horizontally. Now open the main game script. Here you can drag and drop the bullet scene. Now we need to map the action fire to left mouse button. In the code, it checks if the fire button is pressed. Then it creates a new bullet. For now, set position and rotation same as gun. Finally, add this child. Now, if you run the scene and try to fire using left fire button, you can actually see that it is firing from handle. So to fix that, open the gun scene. Add a marker 2D child node. Move the marker node to where you want the fire to appear initially. Now in the script, update gun position with the marker position. If you run the scene now, it's working now. We need increase score, as well as remove balloon when it is hit by bullet right. So to do that, click the balloon scene. Add a collision shape 2D node. Select the rectangle shape. Now adjust the size of collision shape. Now select the balloon. Go to Signals. Connect body entered signal. This will call a function whenever a body hits the balloon. When the bullet hit the balloon we wanted to signal, that point is scored. We will emit the signal. Also, Q-free will delete the balloon. Also, we need to make sure that entered body is bullet. So to do that, we are adding an if statement. But we haven't assigned any group to bullet. Open the bullet scene, go to group. Now add a group called bullet. See, now when the bullet hits the balloon, it disappears. Click the main game script. Here we need create a variable score. Score will be initially 0. Now we need to create function to increase a score. In the function, the score is increment. For now, we are printing the score for debugging. Now we need to connect this function with balloon point scored signal. Now if you run the scene, you can see the score increasing. Now we need to add feature to reduce health. Open the main game scene. Add a area 2D node. Add collision shape 2D node. Select the segment shape. Resize it. Now place it at the bottom, so where the balloon's supposed to be hit, so that we can reduce health. Now select Area 2D node and go to Signals and connect Area Entered Signal. We are connecting this signal because our balloon is Area 2D. First, we need to check the area is balloon. If yes, then we are decrementing health. We also have to create health variable. Still, we haven't added balloon as group. Open the balloon scene. Go to group. Now create a new balloon group. Now you can see the health is reducing from 0. For this game, I am going to set health equal to 10. Yes, you can see the health reducing. Now, we're going to create health bar for our game. To create health bar, first add a canvas layer. Add progress bar as child. Resize the progress bar. Turn off the percentage. Set max value to 10. Choose style box flat. Change the color. Provide corner radius to all corners. Same for fill. Choose style box flat. Choose your color. Now go to script, drag, and drop the progress bar. Set the value to 10, or you can directly make the value equal to health. Now set progress bar value to match the health when health decreases. Also, we can reload the scene when the health becomes 0. Now, if you run the scene, you have a fully functional health bar. We need to display the score now. For that, add a label as a child of canvas layer. Rename it to score. Type 0 in the text. Go to Theme Overrides. Here you can change the color. Increase the font size. Now use anchor to place it in the top center part. Open the script, drag, and drop the score into script. Rename it to score label, since already there is a variable score. In the point scored function, update the score label value to match the score. Now, if you run the scene, your score will be displayed on the screen. Now we need to add sound when bullet fires from gun. Add a child node, audio stream player 2D. Now from assets you can drag and drop your gun firing sound to the stream. Now go to scripts, drag, and drop the audio stream node to the script. Here, when the input fire is triggered, we need play the audio. You can run the scene to check if this works. Now we are going to create main menu with two buttons, Start and Quit. Create new scene. Add a user interface node. Name it a main menu. Add the panel node. Go to Styles. Select Texture. Now drag and drop your background image. We need to decrease the brightness. For that, go to Modulate and drag towards dark color. Now, add a button. Rename it as Start. Also type Start in the text. Now go to Colors and change the font color to black. Increase the font size. In Styles, select Style Box Flat and set color as white. Duplicate the button and rename it to Quit. Now select both button and add new parent called VBox Container. Increase the separation. Use Anchor to set the position to center. Now save your scene. Create a script. Select the Start button. Go to Signals and connect signal pressed. Same for Quit button, connect the press signal. In the function, when Start button is pressed, we have to change to game scene right. So for that, we have to get the tree. Then call the function to change the scene to file. Now you can select your game scene. When the Quit button is pressed, we have to call the function Quit. Also, when the health becomes 0, we have to load the main menu right. So for that, go to the game script. So here, instead of reloading the screen, load the main menu scene. So when you run the scene now, you can see everything works fine. So you have finally developed full 2D game in Godot. Thank you so much for watching the videos. You can comment what game you want next.